And here we are, in the wreckage of our camp once more. I guess we can try to... Oh, wow. Good geoponics. Or what used to be. I guess we can try to see if there's anything to scavenge. The gate. And it doesn't seem like there is. I guess I'll check on everyone. Dad? It's been hard to talk to your dad about everything. Losing your mom, then losing the colony right after. It's too much to take. Neither of you know what to say. Well, I'm just glad that you're alive. Cal, how are you? I know it's hard, Cal says, fiddling nervously with a tassel on his shirt, but I just think, what would your mom do right now? She wouldn't complain, that's for sure. I don't know, she might grumble a little bit, but yeah. Deese is examining a bit of rubble, turning it over in his hands. I wonder if we're ever gonna find, like, alien tech, he says. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be terrifying. Deese. Mars? Mars crosses her arms and sulks. What is the point of having all these kudos if I can't actually use them to, like, buy stuff we need? Like, hello, it's not like I can mail order some more supplies through the wormhole. Well, maybe you could work on getting it back up and running again? Tangent frowns. I just don't understand, she says. Why now? Why does it keep getting worse? I know. I feel the same way. I guess we'll see if there's anything we can do. Engineering is crammed with families and what belongings they've salvaged from the destroyed living quarters. You could spend time in your crowded, temporary lodging in the classroom or help the adults try to fix things. I guess I'll try to help fix things. That's what Mom would want us to do. The first month of quiet passes, each day plodding one after the other. You still have trouble sleeping in the classroom barracks, but there's nowhere else to go. Every day you wake up with one of the others and try to make the best of it. Grief and anger come in waves, not just for you, but for everyone. Some days are better than others. You're assigned to help rebuild the walls. The first part of the month is just spent dragging away the wreckage, sorting it into salvage or recycling. By the time that's done, crews disassembling parts of the stratospheric have delivered enough salvage that you can begin work to patching up the walls. A sense of urgency permeates the crew. After everything, people need to feel safe. Deese is on the work crew with you, something he does begrudgingly. Walls didn't help in the first time, he grumbles whenever anyone asks for his opinion. We should just tear them all down and live like the animals do. If someone planted a bunch of buildings on my land, I'd be mad too. I don't know. Maybe Cal and Deese are right, but Mom would want us to work hard, to try to persevere and endure and give the colony a future. By the end of the month, you've made noticeable progress. There are other priorities and not a lot of construction material, but when last year's mushwood harvest is done drying out, you'll be able to do more. Even if Deese is right that it didn't help the first time, it's better than nothing, right? The sun's finally dawn again on your birthday. You wake early and climb to the top of engineering to watch the first sun's watery rays break the horizon. As the wormhole recedes across the sky, dawn should represent hope after a long period of darkness. But this light only reveals the full extent of the damage to the colony. You've been having trouble sleeping, like most people. It's hard to find rest, crammed into the classroom with all the other kids and their families. And every time you close your eyes, you shake your head to clear the memories. Is there anything you could have done? Or is the colony destined to be destroyed, no matter what you do? You pull your blankets more tightly around your shoulders. Not your blanket, that one's gone. and stare out as the sun rises on the horizon, meager and sickly. "Hey, kiddo," you hear. Then your dad comes and sits down beside you. "I was looking for you. Nice view, huh? Least we got a rooftop patio out of the deal." He laughs a little at his own joke, then sort of trails off with a sigh afterward. He puts his arm around your shoulders, and you sit in silence for a while, watching the sunrise pick out all the broken glass littering the fields, glimmering like a field of stars. Neither of you really know what to say. It's clear your dad feels like he has to give you a pep talk, but there's an oppressive nature in the silence that makes it feel impossible for either of you to start. Eventually, he just sighs and his shoulders slump. "I know things seem pretty bad right now," he says, squinting into the sunrise. It sounds like it's taking all his effort not to cry. "But it'll get better. It has to, right?" "You're not so sure. At least your mom wasn't here to see this," he mutters. "That's the silver lining, I guess." You watch the sunrise together for a few more minutes. After a bit, your dad musters up a brave smile and pulls out a little box tied with a piece of gardening twine. "Happy birthday, my little rutabaga," he says. You know what it is before you open it. Your old medallion, the one your dad made with the sun on it to represent Earth, was broken during the attack. In all the chaos, you didn't even notice, but your dad did, and made you a new one. It's just like you remembered. A similar design, with a wormhole this time, to represent Vertumna. You thank him, and squint out at the swirling wormhole still barely visible in the brightening sky. So massive and awe-inspiring this time of year, but it always seems to herald disaster. You're happy to watch it fade away into the daylight. Your dad slaps you on the back. "What a birthday, huh? Here's hoping they all get better from here." Yeah. You both head back downstairs to the wreckage of the canteen, where they've put up a temporary roofing with whatever tarps and scraps could be found. The colony nanoprinters, the few that still run, have been working day and night to replace the necessities of life, but larger construction projects are going to take some time. Antecedent has coaxed the kitchen nanoprinters into making some soy gruel and pressed bars. Life-sustaining, but depressing. You and the other colonists eat your breakfast in stony silence as you mentally prepare for the day. Chief Administrator Seek has taken over as interim governor until the council can select someone new. Last week, they held a mass funeral for everyone who died. There's talk of turning the Stratospheric's destroyed front half into a memorial shrine after everything useful has been salvaged. There's still so much to do. Oh, we reached organizing level 1. An extra gear slot. That should be very useful. +5 to challenges. Whoa, look at it. So, +5 persuasion, biology. I already have full biology. I have like 0 persuasion though. Maybe Tammy's gift. What collectibles do I still have? Okay. So, maybe some mushwood has rolled into the camp that I can collect? Nope. Nothing. Okay. I guess we'll try to check on everyone again. And Deese's just sulking. "I know it's hard," Cal says, fiddling nervously with the tassel on his shirt. "But just think, what would your mom do right now? She wouldn't complain, that's for sure." "Yeah, she would work hard to rebuild." "It's been hard to talk to your dad about everything." "Yeah, but at least on my birthday, we were able to reconnect a little." "This wretched planet," Mars grumbles, gazing at the wreckage of the Stratospheric. "That was my ship." "That was everyone's ship, Mars. That was everyone's home. But if you want to be in charge so much, why don't you run for governor?" Tangent paces outside the engineering wing, the only building still standing. "With everyone living in here, there's barely enough room to think." "Yeah, that is rough being crowded like that." You're assigned to help out in geoponics. The agriculturalists have been hard at work trying to salvage what they can of the ruined fields and destroyed greenhouses. But there's still a lot of work to be done. Your dad has taken over as chief cultivator. Succeeding your mom was really difficult for him, and now there's this? He's never been the kind of guy to hide from hard work, but he's been pretty distant lately. Cal's working in geoponics too, of course. He smiles when he sees you. Hey, Solanna, there's lots of stuff to do. What do you want to work on? Mom gave her life to the fields, so maybe we'll try to fix it again? You and Cal are set to work in the fields. Luckily, they were mostly empty during Glow, but quiet is supposed to be the season of planting. With the deep, compacted trenches where the massive faceless stomped all over the colony defenders, the fields are in worse shape than when you landed. You are set the task of aerating the soil. You and Cal trade off, one of you guiding a bot with a dangerous-looking aeration extension, while the other uses a shovel and sometimes a pickaxe to loosen the soil and dig out pieces of debris. Tammy! Then there's the spark snow. It will raise the soil acidity if it sits long enough to melt, and your earth crops hate that. When you're not aerating the soil, you're trying to keep it from piling up. There are tarps laid out over the fields, but shoveling the snow from the tarps is back-breaking too. It's exhausting. The highlight of your day is when Tammy delivers lunch to geoponics, with Cal's wrapped in one of her headscarves. Everyone is worried that this will be the final nail in the coffin for your food supply after the famine last year. You try not to think about it too hard, instead focusing on just doing what you can to help rebuild. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat meowing in the background right now. She very much wants to come into my room. That's lovely. Okay. Actually, yeah. This is much better. Here, I guess. Huh? Yay! Oh boy. Oh boy.